organizers, I hope you enjoy this. This is Bling, my thoroughbred for the 2019 makeover. Her registered name is Regina Christina, and this is her third show. This is at the Gambler's Choice Schooling Obstacle Show at Cowgirls Dream Ranch. And basically the objective is to do as many obstacles as possible. This is her third time doing it. We're doing the in-hand class because at this point I think I've only ridden her twice by the time we're doing this video here. So we're doing it in hand, and for this particular obstacle challenge they have you run around the outside of the arena first, because I guess the idea is it kind of like revs your horse up, so you kind of have to gauge how fast you're going to go, because if you go too fast then they're not going to be able to concentrate on what you're doing. And then the first mandatory obstacle that we had to do was to place a lucky coin on each pylon on the wall there. And this was because it was a St. Patrick's theme day, if you can't tell from all of the greenery and clovers and everything else that you can see on there. And this time, because it is her third show, I didn't actually practice all of these obstacles beforehand. So at this particular show, it's a schooling show. It's a fun one. It's not meant to be taken too seriously, guys. This is just, a great time. Lots of good friends hanging out. Even though there's some ribbons involved, it's not too serious. There is a practice. So not all obstacle shows you can practice on the obstacles beforehand, but at this particular one, it's a schooling one. It's for fun. You can practice. So there is an hour practice beforehand, and I had Arwen and Bling there, and so I typically would divide my time between the two horses, but because it was their third show, I wanted their pattern or their class to be kind of more real for them. I didn't want them to see everything ahead of time. It's a different atmosphere when you're schooling because there's other horses in there. There can be 10 other horses working on the obstacles, and sometimes just being around other horses doing obstacles, that can kind of change the energy, and your horse might do the obstacles. So for this one, I did I think 3 or 4 obstacles with her that I wasn't really sure that I wanted to do that during the actual pattern, during my 5 minutes that I have to do as many obstacles as possible. So I did the bridge combo that you guys would see during a different video when I show the kind of the highlights of going to the horse show and conquering combination bridges. So I pulled that out as a separate video. That was during the practice, but I didn't do the gate or that thing that I'm doing right there. I didn't do that beforehand. So a lot of these things I just didn't bother doing before, just because I wanted it to be more genuine for her, where you don't get to do everything first, because eventually when we go down to Kentucky, which is the plan in October, so at this point that is, I gotta do math in my head here, that's 7 months away. So in 7 months will be, or less than 7 months, because this show is at the end of March and the Kentucky Makeover is the first weekend in October. So it's like 6.5 months away. When we get down there, she will not be able to do the obstacles ahead of time. So it's good to start practicing that now, but always kind of setting the horse up for success. So the first 2 shows the first show I did everything before, and the second show I did most things before, and then now the third show, most things I did not do before. And she was great. Bling has a really great mind. She's just really smart, and she's kind of whatever. She just didn't care about the curtain. She's like, whatever, I'll just go through. And she's just good like that. And even though I practiced, I did do the sideways that you saw earlier with the green noodles, but she was fine with it. She didn't care whatsoever. So I'm pretty happy with that, and it's a good thing because it lets me know that she's at a place where she's much more of what I call a yes horse, where I can ask her to do things and she's kind of like, yeah, no problem. I can give that a try for you. Not a big deal at all. So she's definitely come a long way, and I'm pretty excited about where she's at. So her 4th show, which is going to be the next show she goes to, I'm going to try riding a class, because I have started doing some riding at home. Oh, and this is cool because the water box that's there, that was the first time she'd ever done one. They didn't actually have water in the box during the practice, so we had to do it just for real, like in the show. So the first time she stepped in it, and then the second time she's like, I don't want to get my feetsies wet. So I do take her through again, but unfortunately the footage cuts because the person filming decided not to film it. But it was a really good round. She ended up first in that class. I hope you guys enjoyed watching that. Remember to like, subscribe, and tell me what you think. Until next time.